What's going on, guys? Back with another Raw review. It's your host from the East Coast, Gina Man 94. What's going on with you guys? Here today to review Monday Night Raw for July 18th, 2016. The Raw before the WWE Draft, which takes place tomorrow on SmackDown at 8 o'clock on the USA Network. Doing WWE's plugging. So let's get right into it. So Raw kicked off, as they said on Twitter, with Shane and Stephanie announcing who their general managers would be for both Raw and SmackDown. So, of course, they start off taking shots at each other, as Vince wanted them to, because he wants it to be a competition. And, they started talking back and forth. And Stephanie announces that Raw is going to have an exclusive cruiserweight division. So they're bringing back the cruiserweight division to WWE, but it's only going to be on Raw. Now, Shane went to say something about what him and his general manager were going to do for SmackDown, but Stephanie cut him off. So I believe they're going to do a few things on SmackDown. They're probably going to add, I think, 2 titles. I think they're going to add, like the SmackDown title, like a world title for SmackDown. And then I think they're going to add some type of other championship or whatever. Because if Raw has a cruiserweight division, I'm pretty sure they're going to have a cruiserweight championship. So, maybe they'll bring back like the hardcore title or the European title or something. Or maybe a television title. Who knows? Who knows what they're going to do? But Stephanie announces her general manager, and out comes Mick Foley. To everybody's surprise, we did not expect Mick Foley to be the Raw GM. But Stephanie chose him, and I think it's a great pick. Mick's been commissioner before, and, he's been in control of things before. So I think it's a great pick by Stephanie, to be honest. So then, the crowd is hyped. They popped for Mick Foley, of course, hardcore legend. And then Shane, as rumored all throughout the week, brings out his general manager, who is Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan is going to be the general manager of SmackDown, and it's confirmed now. That crowd went crazy. Bonkers for Daniel Bryan, and I'm pretty sure that's the pop of the year so far. I mean, they love Daniel Bryan, and they're happy that he's back in the WWE, and so am I. I'm glad he's back, so that's great. So they come out and they show respect to each other, Daniel Bryan and Mick Foley. It kind of makes sense because they were both underdogs. Nobody thought they would be able to be champion. They didn't have the typical look of the WWE, and they overcame all the odds to become one of the greatest in WWE history. And their impact on the business is just unmatched. So Stephanie kept taking cheap shots, and Shane didn't really say nothing until the end. He was like, there's 2 things that will always be true. You'll always be my little sister, and you married a WWE superstar to remain relevant. And he left on that. I swear the crowd was like, ooh, Shane going below the belt like Vince wants. He wants them to fight. I want a competition, damn it. I'm Vince McMahon. My children gotta fight each other. There's gotta be a competition, damn it. And so that was a bomb-ass segment from my point of view. I really enjoyed it. So let's get into the first match. Chris Jericho and Kevin Owens versus Cesaro and Sami Zayn. We've seen these guys all in one way or another fight so many times that I don't really care anymore. The match was alright. Nothing really to write home about, but I'm getting tired of seeing the same things over and over, which I'm so glad this draft is about to happen. New matches with new people. And hopefully they don't just continue to do the same damn matches for 4 months. And just mix it up and put these people teamed up with these people and change it up, man. Damn. But anyway, Sami Zayn got a roll-up pin on Jericho. Whatever. So Daniel Bryan's backstage with Stephanie, and she just, starts insulting him again because that's just her gimmick. Insult every superstar she don't like. She called him the doll from Chucky. And Bryan was just like, oh, I see your jokes haven't gotten any better since I've been gone, so whatever. And next match was confusing because they had Alberto Del Rio job to Darren Young. Darren Young's going to face The Miz at Battleground for the Intercontinental Championship, and he just beat Alberto Del Rio on Raw. Now, granted, The Miz distracted Del Rio a little bit, trying to distract Darren Young, but he distracted Del Rio, and Darren Young picked up the victory. What? I ain't going to talk about that no more. So let's talk about this 12-man clusterfuck tag team match. You had Wapadu, Enzo and Cass, and the New Day versus the Wyatts and the Club. So Cena comes out, he brings out Enzo and Cass, and Enzo just buries the club. He says Gallows is a ugly sacrifice for the world, and says AJ has a soccer mom haircut, and Carl Anderson looks like, he's like Times New Roman font. He's as generic as they come. He was just spitting punchline after punchline. Cena's like, dude, what are you doing? We got to get serious. We got a match. And, Enzo and Cass was like, this is what we do. We make fun of them, but when it's time to fight, that's when we get serious. So that was pretty funny. So then the club came out, and they said they have chemistry, unlike Enzo, Cass, and Cena. And they said they were going to beat up everybody or whatever. They said they're going to beat up John Cena, they're going to beat up Enzo, they're going to beat up Cass, and then they're going to beat up the New Day. So that was pretty funny. So then the New Day comes out, and they started making like these like masturbation innuendos. It was just hilarious. This whole segment was fucking hilarious to me. I was in tears, dying laughing from it. Shit was funny as hell. I couldn't believe it. It was just hilarious. And Xavier said, because AJ brought up the fact that, the New Day was scared of the Wyatts. And Xavier's like, with the way the Wyatts are, any team would be afraid of them going up against them. So that's not even a valid point. And he was just like, this Sunday at Battleground, they're going to prove why they're the WWE World Tag Team Champions. And Xavier got his smile back. He was a little hesitant on getting in on the fun with the New Day for the past couple of weeks, but he's back to normal after that fight last week. He got over his fear of the Wyatts, and then the Wyatts came out after that, and they wait, no, I missed a few things. So then after that, they get in the ring, and Xavier starts talking about he's a level 21 Pokemon Go trainer, and then they started doing the how you doing gimmick, and then Cena's just in the ring just so confused, like, what is going on here? We have a match we need to get serious for. And he was like, because, and then Big E stopped him. He was like, because New Day rocks. New Day rocks. And then he got Cena to start dancing. Cena was like, you know what, fuck it, I'm gonna just dance and have fun with the New Day. And the whole segment was hilarious. And then the Wyatts came out, and then stuff got serious. And then they finally had the match. The match wasn't that bad. It was just a lot of people in this damn match, so it was kind of hard to keep up with who was doing what. I know Big Cass and Strowman went at it. They're kind of like the same height. Strowman's just like a super brolic built motherfucker. And Cass kicked the hell out of him. He kicked him in his head, and Enzo tried to fight him, and it was just hilarious. He was just like, yeah, I ain't scared of you. Got his ass knocked the fuck down. Like, get your ass out this ring, boy. And, Bray Wyatt had, like, some dreads. He was looking all Jamaican and shit. It was just, the match was all over the place, okay? But in the end, Enzo accidentally hit Cena and got hit with a Styles Clash. Everybody hit their finishers. Xavier went over the top rope onto the Wyatt family, and they fought to the back of the whatever. And but yeah, AJ picked up the victory for the team, and it's Cena and Enzo and Cass versus the club at Battleground, which is going to lead to a just Cena versus Styles match at SummerSlam, probably to finish the feud off. But yeah, the match was alright. So then they do this Seth Rollins video promo package where he was in the arena earlier, and it was completely empty, and he was going through the motions of the Shield's entrance when they used to come out of the crowd and walk down the stairs and everything. And he was talking about how Ambrose and Reigns would walk down the stairs every week with him, and he just wanted to push them down the stairs. They were just pawns in his game. And once he, got on his own, he became WWE champion, and his knee buckled under the pressure of carrying the company. I like that's how he categorizes his injury. His knee buckled under the pressure of, carrying the WWE. And, just pretty much talking about how he's going to beat them at Battleground and how he's going to beat Dean tonight to become WWE champion once more. And, just further show why he's the man and why he calls himself the man. So, Shane was backstage after that, talking to Mick, like, why would you want to work with my sister? Like, I'm sure she's just going to try to manipulate you. Mick was like, you know what, I got it. I understand. I've seen her character progress over the years. I've seen her grow up in front of my eyes. I kind of know what she's about. So, I got my eyes open. I'm keeping an eye on her as well. Baron Corbin beat Sin Cara. The Lucha Dragons broke up, but Kalisto still came to try to help Sin Cara after the match when Corbin was kind of still beating on him. And then Kalisto got beat up, so I don't know why he came out if they're not a tag team no more. Whatever. Sasha Banks and Becky Lynch versus Charlotte and Dana Brooke. Didn't go that long because Natalya attacked Becky Lynch. They're going to have a match at Battleground. And Sasha's going to have a mystery partner, which I'm calling right now is going to be Bayley, at Battleground to face Charlotte and Dana Brooke in a tag team match. I believe she's going to call on her to help her. I don't think it's going to be Paige because Paige couldn't even do anything with them. So I think it's going to be Bayley, one of the people who in my video earlier today I predicted to be drafted in tomorrow's draft, one of the 6 NXT talents. So they won by disqualification because Natalya attacked Becky Lynch. After that, Dean Ambrose dropped a Shield-esque promo as well. You know that vintage camera they used to use, like the little video camera? It was real grainy in quality, but you could still see all the members of the Shield. Yeah, he had that gimmick going, and he said, you know, they opened their eyes to the future, and now he faces his former Shield brethren in Battleground, and he takes on Seth Rollins tonight, and he's going to prove that, you know, he deserves to be champion, and he's not just some pushover. So it was a good promo. It was different. I liked what they did. You know, usually they just build it up, normal video package, that's all. But I like what they did here. They did, you know, different Shield-esque type promos, you know, not only keeping Reigns relevant, but, you know, doing something different. You know, it's the Shield triple threat. Everybody's wanted to see this match for the longest, so they built it up like a Shield triple threat, and I really enjoyed what they did there. After that, we had Rusev and Sheamus versus Zack Ryder and Dolph Ziggler. Dolph tapped out. I mean, most of these matches, they don't even go that long or not even important, so I'm not even going to talk about them that much. Like, I'm sure you guys don't care as well. Dolph tapped out or whatever. I guess Rusev's going to face Zack Ryder for the U.S. Championship at Battleground. Okay, whatever. Seems like you could just do that on Raw or SmackDown to me. But anyway, Daniel Bryan and Mick Foley backstage, once again showing each other respect, showing, you know, they're not going to pull any punches with this GM business, and, you know, they're in a competition. And, but they still respect each other, and they're not going to be a part of this Shane McMahon versus Stephanie thing. They're just going to face off and try to be the best general manager for each brand. So then we had Dean Ambrose versus Seth Rollins for the WWE Championship. Hell of a match between these two. As always, it's always a good match when it's Dean Ambrose and Seth Rollins. You know, these two know each other so well. I say it every time. And just like I believe the Shield Triple Threat is going to be a great match with Reigns added to it, you know, I believe that match is going to be the match of the night for Battleground. But back to this match. You know, it was a great match. The crowd was really invested in it. You know, Dean was trying to prove that he's not just one to be pushed over, like he doesn't matter. And Seth Rollins trying to regain the championship that he said Dean Ambrose stole by, you know, attacking him from behind at Money in the Bank to, you know, get the title in the first place. So Seth wanted his title back. Dean wanted to retain it, of course. But the passion these two guys have in the ring is just incredible. You know, these two are great talents. They always put on great matches. I'm going to just need Dean Ambrose to work on them punches. That's about it. I'm going to need for him to work on them punches because them punches is not clean at all. But other than that, didn't really have too many gripes about the match. Dean kicked out of a pedigree. Seth kicked out of a dirty deeds. Dean tried to put Seth through the announce table. Stephanie, Shane, Daniel Bryan, and Mick Foley were all outside the ring watching the match, of course. And I think these two guys are going to be the first two draft picks because it seemed like Stephanie and Mick Foley were rooting for Seth, and then Dean Ambrose and Shane McMahon and Daniel Bryan were rooting for Dean Ambrose. And that's why I also believe that SmackDown's going to have a specific world title because of this ending. Now, at the end, Seth and Dean double pinned each other. They double pinned each other. And Stephanie pretty much ruled that Seth was the champion. So, you know, Dean was going crazy like, how could you do this? We both double pinned. It's a draw. I'm still the champion. But no, Stephanie went and grabbed the title, and now Seth was the winner. He got the title, went to the top of the ramp, was celebrating. Raw went off. I was just like, damn, are they gonna settle this tomorrow on SmackDown? But they actually settled it on the network. So I scroll on over to the network, and the ref, I guess, looked at the footage, and then he pretty much reversed the decision and said, you know, both of them pinned each other, so it's a draw. So Dean is still champion by default because there was no winner. Dean gets the title back. Him and Seth start fighting. Seth tries to pedigree him. Dean hits him with the dirty deeds, and then that was the end of that. So I guess there's going to be some more controversy tomorrow on SmackDown, which is great because, you know, they got to settle this title business. Plus, you got the Shield Triple Threat at Battleground. So, you know, a lot to look forward to. Raw was pretty good tonight, you know, compared to the past couple of weeks. Like I said, a lot of throwaway segments and matches, but it's okay. They're just trying to progress the storylines and trying to get to the draft. I see what they're doing. But I hope you guys enjoy Raw, and I hope you guys enjoy my review. I'm pretty sure I have a bunch of new people watching my videos, so I just want to thank you guys for stopping by. Leave a like and subscribe if you guys enjoyed the video. I'll be back with more videos and covering the WWE Draft tomorrow, and I'll see you guys later on. Peace.